It's week 2 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Vikings on EA Sports.
Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll run on first down. Faulkner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On second down now, Faulkner. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On second down, Faulkner. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 79 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on. 9
yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but he got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Ryan. They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On first down, Faulkner. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Let's go. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He'll be dropped at the 30. And a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 35. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Shifts by him and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
This ain't no high school football.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Ryan. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Results in a 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we've come. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the 2nd half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Escapes the defender. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air yet again, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Now Ryan on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. One of the shortest. off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. A CD, I know. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount.